In this video, I'm going to show you how to use your Instapot to make an easy homemade applesauce. This takes no more than 30 minutes of actual input time and can be water bath canned afterwards should you choose. Let's get started. So we're just going to simply core our 3 pounds of apples. This is definitely the part of the recipe that takes the longest, but it's a fantastic way to use up apples that you've had on hand or to get them shelf stable in the pantry. The tool that I'm using there to remove the seeds is just a coring tool that you can purchase at the dollar store or anywhere that sells canning equipment. So our 3 pounds of apples are already in our Instapot pot or liner. Very few other ingredients to add. This recipe is super simple, one of the reasons I really like it. So we're gonna find 2 cinnamon sticks, a bit of cold water, just so those apples don't stick to the bottom of the pot too badly, some nutmeg and some salt. You can also add some honey to taste for this recipe. I found that it's sweet enough, and typically I'm using this for baked products, not just eating applesauce. So I'm not going to add any additional honey or sweeteners today. Okay, so we have that 1/4 cup of water, 2 cinnamon sticks, and it says a 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. We'll probably just do a heaping 1/4 teaspoon. And a little bit of salt. About a 1/4 teaspoon also. Okay, so we're just gonna get our Instapot ready. We've got all our ingredients added. I'm gonna put on our lid. I'm gonna turn our vent to ceiling. Make sure it's plugged in. Okay, so we've got this set for 5 minutes on high pressure, and then it's just a natural release. So we cooked this on high pressure for 5 minutes and allowed it to come to a natural release. I gave it a bit more time just to cool down slightly. I'm just going to remove the cinnamon sticks and then blend it with my immersion blender. Before we blend it, this is a quick look of what it looks like. You can see the peels are still in there, but everything's nice and soft. I want to jump in here and say that I've also used a traditional blender. We have a Ninja blender, and I think it's actually a bit quicker and creates a smoother product rather than using the immersion blender. I think my actual blender was dirty on this day, and I thought this would be easiest. Okay, so this is our consistency, and I'm happy with that. At this point it's still very hot. Maybe you can see it steaming on the camera. I'm just going to let that sit for a bit, and then I'm going to store it in a mason jar in the fridge. At this time I could also go ahead and can it, but I have some uses for this, so I'm not going to do that extra work today.
So yeah, it's just that easy to make your own homemade applesauce. I hope that was helpful, and if you did find that helpful, please like and subscribe. I'll be making more video content like this in the future. I'll catch you guys on the next one.